Stream guy. You're a stream guy. Did I say that right? I
Scream,
did.
scream, scream.
Stream guy. I'm a stream guy. You are a stream guy. That makes us the stream guys with an S on the end, and everybody's watching the countdown of the stream show. How cool is that?
Yes, sir. It is Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central, right on the dot. Well, 6:03.
So this is kind of funny. I don't have any music playing. We're not dancing into the intro. You see in the corner right here, the countdown is going on, and we are hoping that as you come on, you get a chance to talk, make comments inside of our stream, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on the Facebook Ecamm Live community. Hello to all of you guys. I have it on my page. You will also see it on Brant's page. Are we on LinkedIn today, Brant? Were we able to hook that up?
I was able to hook it up, and let me go check it real quick. I've had some trouble with LinkedIn from Restream with more than 4 sources for some reason. I don't know what the deal is.
Somebody
I don't know if that's a Restream thing.
Best duo. Do you think we're the best duo?
I think so.
We're gonna claim
like
that.
Batman and Robin, right?
Junaid, how are you doing, sir? Was that him? Let me be sure. I'm going into. I can't actually see it because it says Facebook user.
Yep.
We're gonna go.
That's the problem with. That's one of the problems with going to a bunch of different places. So, sorry, I'm trying to type in my. Everything has all this double notification
JP
stuff.
High Tech, that's who it is.
JP, yes, we are live.
Tech. Yes, sir, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. He called us the best duo. You know what I was thinking the other day? I'm gonna throw this out here, Brant. I'm sorry, my phone is right here. I'm looking online. I'm gonna throw this idea out to you, and I know when I do this, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I think it's something just to kind of get out. We should do the Stream Show Awards.
That would be pretty cool. The Stream Show Awards. What are you gonna? You have to come up with categories. We have to have presenters. We have to have maybe we could get we need like an award-winning jazz musician or something to like do the opening act.
Don't get me started, Brant. Don't get me started, man. You know I'm excited about what happened last night, guys.
Tell us everything. What
she released her 5th album last night, right here in the city of Birmingham. She did an album release, CD release. I'm getting old, so I remember having records. But anyways, she did a release and it was phenomenal. Of course, I'm a husband. I'm gonna say it was phenomenal. I like music. She does smooth jazz music. She's a flute player, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, to play music on the flute and it be upbeat, but she has mastered it and she is great at her craft. But we stepped up this year to having moving lights, and that changed the whole game. Of course, you got to have the budget to be able to do that. She released a CD, or this latest project had the #2 song on Billboard all last year, and a Billboard #1, and the title track to the album, which is called Shine, is out right now, and it's running a Billboard. So I'm excited for her. As you could tell, you know what I'm saying, the proud husband. I just am.
We're very really excited. That's awesome.
So I can go on and on and on about that, Brant. Don't get me started.
Great job. You're doing all the good stuff. I watched some of the live that you did last night. Looked really, really cool.
Well, what happened, man? I kind of worked myself out of a job.
I saw that. You'd hired video people. Yeah. You hired a bunch of, you're just like, they were telling you to get out of the way at some point, right?
Exactly. I had nothing to do. So it gave me an opportunity to just go live and get some behind the scenes, which was really great.
That's awesome.
James Hicks, how you doing, sir? What's up to you? I'm missing some people. Man, what's up, Rich? What has Rich been doing? Huh?
He's hanging out on my channel. Give me the watch time. Thank you very much for that.
There you go.
Thank you.
Our teacher, Miss Kathy. Good to see you here with us today.
That
Brant
5 minutes comes up really fast when you're talking and trying to chat with people.
It does. Listen, I want to say this. We've been doing this. This is the 3rd season. We have tons of guests coming up for everybody. Like, you don't want to miss any of our shows. But that countdown still get me. Like, I looked at it when it says 26 seconds, and I kept talking.
Yeah.
And it just count down, and then we go through the whole stream show loop, and I love it, and we are here.
Yeah, so we do have some great guests. I do want to make an announcement for one of our guests. I was pretty excited to get Bracken Darrell, the CEO of Logitech, but unfortunately, he had had something come up, so he can't be with us next week, the 13th. So he is actually, I'm working with his team. They're trying to get some Mevo reps to come talk to us because they felt like that may be more up our alley, and then see if we can get the CEO on a future date. So I totally understand. CEO of a huge company like Logitech. We'll work through it, but we're going to try to we're trying to get him later on a later date. And then we'll see what we can do. Hopefully get the Mevo team on and we can ask some streaming questions from them.
Regardless, we'll have a good time with Logitech. I will tell you this. I had an opportunity, Brant, to look into some of their products. And I was kind of unaware of some stuff. They have some really nice products and a vast array of other companies they have acquired that are really, really cool. So when we get a chance to talk to the Mevo people, man, I think it's going to be good to kind of see how they're able to move together with Streamlabs, Mevo. They have
Blue microphone.
I mean, they really have cornered the market for streamers like us to giving us products, even with this light that people are posing or matching versus the Elgato light. You know, it's much smaller, but it's much brighter. It's like a better quality.
I think it's less. I think it's like half the price too. It's only like a $50 light. So, you know, all of that stuff is, you know, things are, you know, everybody's trying to find their way with streaming media and content. So I'm the firm believer that, you know, 2022 and on is going to be the year of the creator. So, you know, everybody's trying to jockey into place to get our content, guys, you know, whether it's YouTube, some of the things they're trying to do with shorts, or whether it's TikTok or Microsoft buying game companies. I mean, it's just all about content and content creators right now. So strike while you can now.
There you go. There you go. And man, check this out. Stephen Wiggs here. He's actually talking about my wife's song, Shine. He's actually checking it out. He likes it. So yeah, man, get the rest of her music, dude. Thank you for hanging out with us today. This is our first time seeing him. So welcome to the stream show. Did I say that right? Did I give enough
if you go back, we should probably think about doing this again, but because we did get a change in our Sunday show. If you go back last February 14th or 13th, whatever that Sunday was before Valentine's Day, we actually did a show with our wives. So go back and watch that show. I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, she's a Grammy award-winning flautist. My wife is a professional video producer, so it was kind of an interesting pairing. And so if you want to go back and watch that one, that's a fun one.
That was a fun one to do. And I think we may be in trouble again this year having to do a Valentine's show.
Yeah. We might have to go back to doing that.
So I'm actually working on behind the scenes here, Brant. I've clicked off a window and I'm going to have to click back on it. So if you don't mind doing some introductions for me so I can get this window up and we can actually start our show today.
Are we bringing everybody up at once?
Yes, we are.
All right. So, and then you were sitting there telling all the names, and I was trying to make sure I get all the pronunciations right. But we do have Marielou and Eliseo Way with us tonight. If you're part of the Ecamm fam, you know all these people. You've been watching their content. I follow Marielou personally on not Instagram. I started on some Instagram, but when I really started doing some TikTok, she's doing a lot of cool TikToks over there. So I've got a lot of TikTok questions for her. And Eliseo has been kind of silent for a little while, so I'm anxious to see. I know he's been busy, but I want to see what he's been up to, because I know, I don't know if you know this about Eliseo, he's also has rap gospel rap musician, and I've been watching a lot of his older videos, and I just think he's pretty amazing at that stuff. He's great at the content. He's great at the shows. He's doing some interviews. He's always getting some of the creators on the come up, some of those really great people. But I'm really impressed with some of his music videos as well too. So I'm just kind of anxious to see where he's been, and hopefully we can get this show on the road, because I have to. If you want me to stretch.
No, dude, don't
I
stretch
can stretch more.
Jerry, how you doing? Robert, how are you doing? DJ Rob and the whole gang is here. So Jill is here as well. Credit Dave is here. You guys are completely awesome. I'm talking about our community is cool. If you haven't liked our YouTube page, please do that. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Please subscribe to the stream show. We would love to have you over there on our channel. With that being said, man, we got a great panel. Check them out. Marielou Mando, Eliseo Way, hanging out with the stream guys on the stream show. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are y'all?
Man, great. So, listen, I know how, as a creator, especially Sunday nights for me, like I actually take a nap in between doing the show.
Man, that Sunday nap be like straight from heaven, boy. You be like, wake up.
And I know
getting yourself together.
Here I am, the old man in the group, and I don't take naps.
You need to take naps, man. It'll make you live longer.
Sitting here trying to wait. I'm sitting here at 5 o'clock like this, waiting for Strick to wake up. I'm like, I know he's gonna come on.
Naps are life.
He's an old man.
I'm the old man in the group. I really am. So, Marielou, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I told you guys before the show, I am right now recovering from COVID. It is real. You don't catch it, but I'm okay. I tested negative yesterday. Still a little bit of a cough, but it did take me out for like a week. But that's, you can take breaks from your content. That's okay because if you work really hard when you're good, then you take breaks when you can.
That's true. Well, again, thank you for your willingness, even after like going through your week off, to come hang out on the stream show. Like, it means a lot to us. So thank you. And
I really wanted to be on the stream show. I was like, when you asked me, I was like, oh, really? Me?
All right. Mama, I made it.
I do appreciate that. I mean, it really humbles us. I want to be honest. Brant and I both have a chance to go out and get guests, and we both are humbled from the response that we get. We are really just trying to use some of our experience in broadcasting. Brant has done TV for a while. I've come from the radio world, and we're just trying to do this now in the streaming area. And of course, we don't have all the clout and all the big numbers and metrics for people to be really going after us. So for people to say from where we are now, yes, I would love to be on your show, it's just it's humbling, because we will get to that point where we have all of those numbers and all of the metrics and, people calling after us. But as you're beginning, for people to respect your crafts the way you guys have, thank you so very much for that.
Yes, thank you very much.
Did I say that right, Brant?
Well, I'll tell some people. I'm going to tell some people, like if you're trying to get guests and you don't have the numbers like we don't, and that's the frustrating part to me. I've done this for 20 plus years. I've done broadcast television. I know all these people, LinkedIn. That's how I got the CEO of Logitech, because of another connection. But, all you got to do is ask. All they can say is no, right? You just
facts.
You ask, and if you can point to your channel, 9 times out of 10, if it is professional, the emails are professional. I think we've been back and forth with the Logitech CEO, his assistant and head of marketing, and it's just very, never pushy. I understand completely. We'll ebb and flow. So just being professional. And usually the other thing that we get from people is we're easy to work with. And one of the things I found is being a marketing director and being in media, when I get a lot of my clients to do morning talk shows and things like that, is make it easy for them. They want content.
Totally.
They've got so much work. Their bosses are down. I need content. Okay. Content creators are a thing. I read it in the Wall Street Journal. We need to do that. And then they're like, then if you do like Marielou, they're like, well, every time I ask Marielou, she has it in a file ready for me to go. It's easy. It's all, I know I can trust her. they're going to call on you first. And so you really, just try to make it easier for that. Me and Marielou were talking this for us. Our marketing, our target audience is the marketing directors for these other companies, right?
Hi.
Make it easy on them. Yeah. Hi, Katie. Make it easy. Make it easy.
Well,
on
I used
them,
to, I used to produce a live stream podcast interview show about filmmaking. So it's called On the Fly Filmmaking, and I would interview anybody who was behind the scenes, and I would get Academy Award winning people just by asking nicely. They most of the time I would get a yes. And it's because, I send them the information on the show, where to go, exactly what the questions are. I tell them up front, I'm not going to do anything to make you look bad. I'm here to make you look good. If you want clips, they get the footage right away afterwards. They get whatever they need. And it's super easy. And then people always wanted to come back. So if you want to do a show, you can get the guests that you want. You might not be able to shoot all the way to President Obama, but you can work your way up there and get a reputation of being a professional interviewer.
Listen, if you guys don't, in the replay, don't stop and rewind what she just said, it may have been simple and she said it so succinctly, but that was some power behind what she said. That was some real information. I'm not like Eliseo. I don't have diamonds and jewels to drop. But that was a real moment.
Do I still got those?
That was a real moment. She was sharing some stuff. So, the idea of the stream show is to help streamers succeed. That's why Brant and I, we're doing this show. We're bringing people on to give you some information. If you don't know the people on the stream here, research them. Go to their YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Figure out who they are. Follow what they do. And they're going to teach you all along the way. But what she just said, for people that are doing interview shows, please take note. Please take note. Oh. And we have the whole gang here. So Dr. Elo is in with us today. Mr. Camera Junkie is in with us today. And,
we live.
I'm telling you, Steve
Rob
Worthy is in with us today. Did Rob check in with us? There he is.
Yep.
There he is. Working on setting up a Slack community on my membership while I'm listening to y'all in the background. Turn me up, Rob. Make sure this microphone is hot on your end.
Hey, Eliseo, let's get your input there. I know you've had some huge guests. You had Tom Buck, a bunch of other big on your creators on the come up. So how do you approach everybody?
Well, first of all, just going back a little bit, I'm going to get to that 1 second. So y'all know I'm crazy. So if you invite me on your show, you already know I ain't got them all. You know what I'm saying? But no, I just want to go back a little bit. Yeah, so my name's Eliseo Way, and shout out to Strick and, Brant for bringing me on the stream show. It's always a pleasure. I've been kind of doing my thing, just kind of staying busy and whatnot. And then Brant hit me up. Strick hit me up and it was like, come on the show, come out of retirement, so to speak. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to do that, man. Just for y'all, I'm gonna come out of retirement. But no, like Marielou, I had COVID too, which was ironic because the day before New Year's, I put a post up on Facebook and said, I can't believe I got through 2021 without getting COVID. And then the next day I got a fever and I went, I'm like, well, hold on now, this ain't right. And I tested positive for COVID the next day. So I was like, that was humbling. So I brought the New Year's in with COVID myself, but it's just a blessing. So many people who didn't make it out that situation. I had a fever for a couple of days and shook it off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. And COVID is real. It definitely ain't no conspiracy stuff. So it was a horrible experience, but I made it. But, and like what Marielou said, I wanted to double back on that. When we're not producing content, we can be in a stage of planning content. So even if you got COVID like me and Marielou had, I'm pretty sure she would still had the pen to the pad. I'm pretty sure she was still coming up with amazing ideas while she was getting better, because there's two stages of this thing. It's planning and producing. So whenever you're not feeling in a mode where you're like really hustling and really getting it in, you can still be putting ideas to the paper. You can still be preparing, scheduling, and doing you can still be productive in a lot of ways when you're not really what we say front facing, audience facing, doing that type of stuff. So as far as my interviews, how I approach it, man, I would say for me, what's really probably locked in a lot of my interviews is Instagram DMs, right? I don't really get a response on Facebook. I don't really get a response on Twitter. But for some reason, when I DM people, it don't matter who they are. Like I spoke with Sean Cannell through DM. Like for some reason, they check their Instagram DMs. And what I would like to do is I don't send little texts. I don't send those because to me, they're so informal. I send voice messages. And that's one thing that like a few people actually said to me, man, I'm glad you did that because I got to hear your voice. I got to hear the timbre and the realness in your voice. And you sound like a really cool person, honest person. So that's why I agreed to come on your show. So if I were you, I would send voice messages and say, hey, what you're doing and who you've had on your show and who you're intending to help with your audience. And a lot of times they'll say, yeah. That's my take on that.
So
I'm sweating, but I'm ready, man. Let's go. Y'all already know I sweat. I'm ready.
Listen, thank you guys. Brant, do me a favor. Can you please, your applause on your setup is a whole lot better than mine.
I got him on deck now.
Dude, I just need some hands to clap for that, which is just awesome. That was for you, sir. So thank you for clapping for yourself. I do appreciate the information. If people are listening today, like this is going to be packed full of some great hints for you, some great jewels for you, some great rules of contacting people. And this is just, we're talking about how to get guests. And I've seen like Eliseo's show, so if you go to his page, you'll see some of the guests that he has, and the whole idea of doing the audible message is genius. Yeah. It's genius because you know what? I am still writing texts. I'm still inboxing people. So I told Marielou earlier that I'm a big fan. I was fanboying. I wanted to get that out before we started the show. But, I went up in those DMs in a very professional way. But sometimes, let me say this, sometimes, guys, even in our most professional way, I would have the document inside of Pages. I would edit it right, look at everything, and you can still make grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes, and this is the first impression people will have on you. Like, I know that I've moved so fast sometimes, I may have misspelled something. It read right to me, but it didn't. So you could really kind of get around some of those mistakes by just doing the verbal thing. Marielou, what do you think about that?
Oh, I love doing the voice messages and video messages on DMs, especially like if somebody reaches out to me because they have a question about something. So my YouTube channel's content about making content. And I'm like, if you don't know how to do something, just message me. If I know how to do it, I'll tell you how to do it. And so when I like video chat somebody back, or I send a voice message back and I'm like, oh yeah, like actually go here, here, and here and do this. They're like, what? Yes. You actually see me? You're a real person? Because like there's something different from, black and white letters on a screen and seeing a face or hearing a voice, because, that humanity makes a difference. Yes. And then we're all humans. That's all we want, is to know we're talking to a human on the other side.
That's true.
In this stage of automation, that's something they have yet to automate. They have yet to automate the human voice and the human experience, right? So you can automate a schedule invite. You can automate all of these things, but you can't automate me jumping in. Like I talked to Sean Cannell. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I love what you're doing, man. And hey, I have my guest on my show, and but I'm just kind of talking, and then he hit me right back on the voice, and he said to me, the first thing he said to me was, hey, man, thank you for just being a supporter of what I'm doing. So that just lets you know a caliber of person who you're dealing with. When they respond to you in thanks, you're like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Because most people don't even do that. They just be like, I'm busy or whatever. But like, just to start our conversation back off saying, thank you for being a supporter of mine. I'll look at my schedule and we'll book it sometime. That's just a huge thing. So yeah, like Marielou said, bring the human back into the experience.
I like that. Now, you said something, Eliseo, there that may make the difference as well. What do you guys think about, he says, thanks for being a supporter. Sean Cannell said that. Is it important to be a subscriber and to be connected to these people before you reach out to them?
So I'm a fanboy. I learned from wealthy people. I've learned this. It's a skill, man. It's such a skill the skill of being a fanboy. A millionaire could walk into a McDonald's, right? The ones I know millionaires. What they'll do is they'll see somebody working behind the counter. And what they'll say to this guy, they're the millionaire, and they say to the dude working behind the counter, "Hey man, how you doing?" He's like, "I'm doing great." "Oh, so I see you here working at McDonald's." They're like, "Yeah, I'm working at McDonald's. I don't really like my job, man." Here's the millionaire now. "Man, I'm jealous of you, man. I wish I could have your life, man. This looks so simple and easy." And I just noticed wealthy people who really got their hair screwed on straight. Like, pay attention to Gary Vee. He knows how to be a fanboy. He knows, even somebody who maybe like the society may feel like is in a lesser level or a lesser, place in their life. You have to be a fanboy. So answering your question, yes, like go over and beyond the call of duty to show people that you support them. I do not understand why this day of age, people just don't want to physically, audibly show support for other people. So when you do that, it will completely change and don't do it like, be authentic with it. Don't do it just pretentiously just because you want the support back. Do it because you truly love what they're doing and you love their mission, and you will be surprised when you kind of do your homework and just kind of really follow somebody and let them know that you're like, I didn't even tell him I was supporting him, but I guess he had seen some of my comments. He's seen me in some of his clubhouse rooms. So he paid attention. Oh, I've seen that guy before. So yeah, I do think it is important to actually show that you are supporting somebody before you step to them, or you don't have to. But yes, social digital currency is real. That's a whole nother topic. But spending your social digital currency, letting people know that a like is free, a share is free, a DM is free. All these things are free, but they're actually currency. They're social digital currency. So spend that. You can spend that. You can make that rain. You can make that rain. And when you spend that on other people, other influencers, they make it rain back on you in return by supporting what you're doing. So yeah, my bad. I'm not trying to monopolize the conversation. It's been a while, okay? It's been a while.
Getting it all out in one day. I love it. Like, so me and Eliseo we've done tons of shows together, and actually my beginning of streaming came through Eliseo. Like,
no, stop that. My beginning of streaming came through that guy. Don't let him lie to y'all. He lying, y'all.
No, so we got on the stream together, and it was all history from there. But Marielou, I want to ask you the question as well. Like, how important is it to be connected to those people, or is it?
Oh, it's so important. Like, it's the whole point of social media is like, you make the media, but the social part's really where it's at. Like, you can make the most beautiful movie in the world. You can shoot with cinema cameras to make your Instagram videos, but if you don't do the social part, it's just a video. But you can shoot on your phone and make something authentic and connect with an audience and actually be grateful to people and actually see people and have conversations. Then you are really participating in social media, because that's the community. That's what's going to push you beyond just making videos, because you put more out, you get better, people see it. It's an exchange. You're offering value to people, even if it's just entertainment. Like, offering value doesn't necessarily just mean like tutorials, but like, you're offering entertainment, insight, views into your authentic world, and somebody on the other side gets that. So if you get something back, like 100 people might see you, one person might message you back. So if they message you, then like, just that's a golden nugget. Like, be grateful to them and make sure they know you saw them and you're grateful for them, because where are we without somewhere for this stuff to land?
Got you. That is so important. Marielou, JP High-Tech wants to know. Say, you sound so good. What microphone are you using?
I already know what mic it is. I already know what mic it is.
What is it? Who knows?
We talked in the DMs when you were. I know at the time. Didn't you have a blue? Yeah, Yeti. A Yeti. Blue. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
A blue Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See,
Awesome.
you would get dogged for that mic about a year ago, but we ain't gonna go back. We progressed in the world.
Right.
We progressed.
That's right.
Really?
As you can
really?
tell,
I've defended this microphone.
Hey,
As you can tell, Marielou, we have
should.
been.
we need your energy. That's what we need.
Like, you just use the microphone that you. I was actually thinking about this beforehand, because I feel like I've gotten into it with Doc Rock
Yes.
over microphones.
That's the
And
homie though.
Which is like, it's cool, right? Because like, some
okay to
people it's
push
very
back.
specific to them, and I'm not. Audio's not like my thing, right? I'm like, if I hear you talking, like, it's cool. It's good for me. And I would get like early on in the game, like free microphones sent to me, and like, were they the greatest? I don't know, but it got me moving forward. Right. Then I was like, oh, I'm a little more confident because like I have a microphone I can plug into my computer. Doesn't matter if it's the, Shure microphone, if it's a Blue Yeti, if it's like anything. It just worked. It got me moving forward. Small steps. You don't need everything. You just need to move forward.
I love that. I love that.
And I will fight over microphones or gear any day.
She's laying down the gauntlet right now.
She is.
In this corner.
But this will help. Think about, I said this before. Right now, we're doing this show to help streamers. So if you are a streamer or a new content creator and you're thinking about all of this equipment that you need to get, what microphone, this or that, there's so many things that you could do. Like we have these mics in our pictures. Like I have an idea of getting a microphone for things other than the stream show out of the picture. Like what microphone is going to be best for that? And there's so many things that you can do. Most important thing, you do want your audio to sound crisp and clear and as best as you can. But if you know what you're doing, you're able to take any microphone and make it good for you. Even if you're wearing a lapel, that's another viable way to get a low profile microphone on you and to present. So don't let it be a stumbling block that you need a $300, $400 microphone, because you really don't.
Really don't. No. Facts.
Really don't. So that's good. Now, Brant, I know we were having some issues with your connection over there. Are you good now?
Yep. I hope so. I refreshed my browser, so we'll see if that works. So
now, could you explain, Brant, as we were talking about equipment, like Marielou make this statement, and of course, we are for any brand as long as it works. Do you have that same mindset?
Or if they sponsor us.
Yeah, whoever's got a sponsor, right?
So when I started streaming again, I was using a Panasonic video camera. It used to be behind me, but there's a high dollar Panasonic interchangeable lens camera back there. That was my first HD camera. I was using that forever. I have another Panasonic camera I used as a video camera, but I had the equipment. I upgraded to a Lumix G7 because I needed a 4K camera to do some field production. So that's what I use now. I've got FX3 at work. I've got Sony video cameras at work. Each one has its own need. And, you just have to really, comes down to what's going to make you feel confident, what is going to get you the image you want, what your budget is too. I mean, I can't justify spending a $3,000 FX3 for here at this studio because it's not, I'm not going to have that kind of camera sitting on a tripod doing nothing
right
90% of the day, for 1 hour on a Sunday. So, get started, just do it, get in, good lighting helps, bad cameras, speaking with good diction and loud and soundproofing your surroundings helps for, inexpensive microphone. But then again, like I said, there's some people that, I think I got peer pressured into the SM7B, but, almost if there's that whole thing about, do I want it in the shot or out of the shot? Almost everybody that has SM7B is going to be, I got to have it in the shot.
Yeah,
right?
I'm in the shot.
Yeah.
I like it covering my ugly mug. Actually, if I could, I'll talk with it like this.
And I'll tell you from professionally doing it.
Just do audio.
Right.
What I'm doing now for the library, I bought a bunch of equipment and I bought some SM7Bs and some boom arms. I don't need the damn boom arms, but everybody loves them. They walk in and go, "Oh, you're professional." So there is a little bit of that. And I have put flags and filter flags and matte boxes and everything on inexpensive cameras just because people needed to see that. I know it sucks. Doesn't make you any or less creative, but just that mental, when somebody's paying you a lot of money, they don't want you to show up with an iPhone.
Yeah, facts.
But even though the iPhone might be 8K, but they just want to see all the, that's just
bells
a value
and whistles.
thing, bells and whistles. It sucks, but that's just part of it.
That's awesome. So let's talk about creating content really quick. And this is one of the things I mentioned earlier for Marielou that I actually follow you on Instagram, and I'm still fanboying about you being on our show. I'm excited about this. Tell me about like one of your posts, whether it's Reel or TikTok, that really took off for you, and how was it creating it, and then how was the response that really kind of shocked you?
Well, I will say that the less time I spend on it, the more views it'll get. That's just the physics of social media. If I like farted it out in like 20 seconds, it'll like shoot off. But if I spent like days on it, it won't, which is totally fine. So if you're, watching this and you're trying to get into that kind of content, just know if you put a lot of work into it, that's for you. Don't think it's an exchange for views, because what the audience wants is what the audience wants. My most viral video ever was like, seriously, it's just so silly. I was just doing chores with my boyfriend, and it was when Cardi B's WAP was popular. And I was like, oh, I have this silly idea for a video of us like dancing to WAP as we are cleaning the kitchen. And it went viral, like 4.2 million views. It's the most I've ever gotten on anything. Nothing has ever come close to that. But that's, there was nothing special to that. It was a tripod in one spot for 3 or 4 shots with like the lights from the windows. So nothing special to that, just us like goofing around in the kitchen. But,
how many views again?
4.2 million. But
awesome.
Nothing's ever come close to that. So like, it's not like I'm getting millions of views all the time, but it's, that one was like super silly.
Sometimes people think when you go viral like once, this is going to take your whole channel off. So that didn't happen.
It did grow a couple like thousand of followers, but they did go back down. So like you get a spike because a bunch of people are like, yes, but that's like not my normal content. So that's the risk of if you're making content and you just want to make something for fun. If you're trying to really grow a brand and you just throw up something for fun, if that goes viral, people follow you for that. When you start to post your regular stuff, they might be confused. So just be aware of that. Like I was aware of that. I've been in this game for a long time. So I know I was like, oh, they're going to see tutorials and be like, wait a second. I was looking for you to twerk on the counter, but it's a different thing. So the stuff that I really enjoy making that does do well is these like kind of in phone camera effects. Like I like to shoot it on the phone, edit it on the phone. So there's one that Strick loves where I have a shirt, I throw it on the ground, and then there's a second version of me that shows up, pops out of the shirt, and then like they both move over. And like I'm really proud of that because it took a little bit of time, but I did it all on my phone. I did it all like in one afternoon. So maybe it was like an hour it took me to do that. But like those kind of things that people are like, whoa, what is that? And I can tell them like, you have all the tools to make that if you want it. And I can show you how. And those are the kind of things that I really enjoy and tend to do well.
So you're making the content and then you're making a how-to behind it, showing people how to do it? Mm-hmm. So is that... I don't know if you were telling the secret or if you already did. Is that like a video leap kind of thing?
Oh, that one's on CapCut. I did that on CapCut.
CapCut.
It's masking. So it's like are you familiar with masking?
I am.
Yeah. So I just did a tutorial on this and I had little.
So where'd you do? Is it on Instagram or TikTok? Your tutorial? Because I want to send everybody over there.
Oh, so the tutorials tend to be on YouTube.
On YouTube.
So,
okay. So you got to go to
YouTube. I
channel.
make the tutorials. Mm-hmm.
So it's
and now they're starting to seep their way into the other places as I see that like people want them.
So what's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's my name, Marielou Mandel.
Dude, you can't.
It's my name everywhere.
Did you hear what she said?
Branding. I love it. Go ahead.
Did you hear what she said? I've been trying to tell you forever. We're trying to get you to do that twerking on the counter video. You just won't do your part.
Listen,
mine.
if you guys see me twerking on the counter, I'll be honest with you. Call me. Come to Birmingham, Alabama, and get me. Get my phone out of my hand. Listen, I get it. That will get you some views. It will definitely get me some views, but I would have lost it at that point. I'm sorry, but that's me. That's not my brand. Like people will be asking what's going on with Strick, and I would feel bad about that. But I mean. Yeah. But I do like the fact that people are willing to do these. And I will ask this question. Did you have to, while you're building the content, you're in the kitchen cleaning. I've seen you and your partner dressed up in, I guess, cat suits or whatever. How much of that did you kind of have to get out of yourself to be able to do?
Oh, well, we are both comedians.
I get it. I get it.
So he's like a comedy writer and actor. So like he's been like professional comedian for a really long time. Like I used to do improv. He like does improv and like all sorts of other stuff. So we have no problem being silly in front of the camera. So the cat costume is just like, I don't know, I thought it was weird. And I was like, let me just do this. Like that's for me with like creativity and with the content is like, as long as I'm having a good time, like the views don't matter. Like I know what my brand is and I know what people enjoy coming to see from me. So if it happens to be fun and in a cat suit, then like, and like by cat suit, I hope you guys understand it's not like cat, like sexy cat suit, like Catwoman. Like it's like a cat onesie, like a big baggy onesie that
like
we're dancing around in.
Type cat onesie.
Yeah, and the idea that I had for it, the reason I bought that was because I wanted to do trend videos, like explaining TikTok trends and Instagram Reels trends, but like with something to grab you with. Because like if I'm just another girl doing trends, it's just another video in the reel. You don't really know that I'm showing you this is a trend you can do. So this concept is trend cat, which I kind of fell off on. But it was just like, if you see this cat was the idea. Like if you see the cat, then you know that's a trend that you can do, is the concept.
I like it. I like it. Eliseo, as you're listening to this, I know you've transitioned to do more of behind the scenes for a season. And as how has that changed the way that you work in front of the camera, like being behind the camera?
Yeah, that's basically so. Yeah, so I just really just some opportunities came up thanks to just picking up a new skill set that is like Ecamm, live streaming, and video production, editing. So some opportunities came up that I want to jump on. But yeah, I mean, it's basically helped me really understand like a little more of the business side of everything and organizational side of everything. Because as creatives, right, like we're creative, so we just like want to go. We just on go. Oh, got an idea, now let's do it, right? But there's still like certain like processes and procedures that you can still be creative, but still do it in a way that it can make sure that you are, you know, maximizing your opportunities with all of your content. So if anything, it's really showed me being more behind the scenes of like the more business side of it and the structural side of it that we all have to put in place, the systems, right, that we have to put in place. So that's really my goal for this whole year. My goal for this whole year is systems, processes, procedures that can really do a lot of the leverage a lot of the time and heavy lifting to where I can just stay on pace with the content, right? I don't have to, a lot of creators, including myself, are just like in it and out of it, and then they're going hard and then they're like, they disappear. And it's like, and that's cool because we have seasons, right? But at the same time, even if you want to take a season of rest or break or vacation, still plan out the content for those 2 to 3 weeks, right? That you can have it scheduled and still dropping. So it's not like you're actually missing, you're just, you know, on break or whatever. So that's really like the goal of this year is systems, processes, procedures that really can just leverage the content creation process.
Man, that's awesome. Brant, man, we've had like in just these 2 comments from our guests, just some awesome things that people can grasp if they're new creators, whether you're, he mentioned processes, but that's the same thing Marielou was saying, the process that she has, that she's teaching people, hey, you could do these trends and this is how you do them. And then Eliseo is putting systems in place that not only is he learning the production and behind the scenes and it's helping him on the front end, but now he's thinking structure of his content, structure of his time, structure of how he's presenting so that, you know, the seasons that he has and his breaks will be so clean that, you know, nobody really misses you, man. That's awesome. Like we've talked about this, Brent, behind the scenes a lot about how we wanted to do that. And we decided to, you know, kind of have this first season of 2022 where we've got every week we have the whole first quarter we have people guests on our show. Like, do you pick up anything from that?
Well, I think I see the transition from, Eliseo is a good example of the transition between the Vlogmas cruise and, you know, we did the Ecamm fams and all that stuff, right? It was a lot of fun during pandemic. We met each other. We're all doing some cool stuff. And I think, a lot of people had to go back to work. Some people completely got out of the streaming part, or they were just doing it for fun. And I think Eliseo had to make that transition to doing it as a profession. And so once you move to that as a professional gig, there's a lot more that you have to do in there than just turn on your camera and go live. And a lot of, I would say, I ran my own business, video production company for 8 years, and 95% of it is sales, and then the rest is organization, right? It's not a lot, the shooting, the editing is the fun part. That's the part you know how to do. It's all the other stuff that's hard. It's the taxes and the business and one of the things I will say, anybody out there right now, I failed at my company because I didn't spend the time. I was too busy working in my business, not working on my business. So what Eliseo is trying to do when you're setting up her procedures, you're working on your business because, at some point you want to be able to have that business run on its own, not
Facts.
Indefinitely or I'm never one of those people that say, I want this 100% passive income stream. But you will have to take a vacation. You will have to be out. But if you want to grow, you're going to have to hire a crew and go to another, because what happens is you want to go 2 places at once and you want to hire somebody. You hand them those procedures and they can take off with it. So, so you're practicing all of this stuff. If you're going to make it that next level, make it a career, start learning the processes like Eliseo's doing.
So in part of having a process, Brent and I talked about, hey, we're not saying subscribe to our channel enough. We're on the Stream Show, and we never really say it. So, Jody, I see you inside of the Ecamm Live community. Hello to everybody that's inside of the group. This is for you. So thank you for being there with us. Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Man, it's always good to have you on the stream. And we have the whole list of Ecammers that are watching this. But if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I need you to do that. The Stream Show, you can actually put that in the search of Google. And guess who's going to come up number one? I say Google.
That's
Google
us.
and YouTube. But you're going to see
YouTube.
the Stream
Same
guys.
thing. Synonymous.
Yeah, it
Same
is.
thing. Same
so
thing.
please go subscribe to the channel. Kevin Cox, I missed you, but thank you for coming, hanging
Kevin
out
Cox
with us
in the
today.
building.
Yeah, so we got a lot of people watching, and we really want to be impactful for you. And one of the ways that we can be impactful is that you watch every episode of this, Jody. He says, I'm
Hey.
subscribed. Thank you, Jody, for subscribing, brother. We do appreciate it. And saying that, I want to go at this point, Marielou, if you can help me out just a little bit. I've seen you share this on your show, your setup. So, of course, you're doing Instagram Reels, you're doing TikTok Reels, you're using your phone, you're airdropping backwards and forwards to actually produce it. How does your behind the scenes look? Let's start with your audio.
All right. So for audio, when I'm at the desk, I am using the Blue Yeti. I could put this on camera. Sometimes I have it on camera. Sometimes I don't. But when I'm doing the TikTok and Reels, it's typically just recorded off the audio from my phone, unless I'm recording through Ecamm, which I can show you guys how I do TikToks and Reels through Ecamm. It's actually very easy as long as you have the tripod to turn your phone sideways or your camera sideways. So if I have there's another show that I do on Amazon Live, and that's when I do with my partner, Will. We use the Rode Wireless Go 2 lav microphones, because he goes back and forth from the drum set, and I'm typically stationary, but I only have like,
Hold on,
I only have
Marielou.
enough.
Am I missing a show? You guys are on together?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Y'all are y'all improving together?
Oh, it's a mess.
And it's on Amazon Live?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Okay. I'll get it to you.
But yeah, I gotta get on it. Like I want to see it. I'm sure it's great.
Oh, we have a good time. So that one's called Everyday Easy. So so I have like a few different shows, right? So this one here, this is the stuff that I usually do on YouTube. The tutorials will be here. So I can jump between my main camera, which is a M50 Mark II Canon on it with a Sigma 16 millimeter. And then I will jump to an overhead shot. This is where I will have my phone, and I can I can do the tutorials, and I can jump back and forth really quick. And of course, using Ecamm, it's like super easy to jump back and forth and make those different layers, you know, like you can put the two videos together and all of that. And then to show you what it looks like, we'll jump to my phone. I've got my phone hooked up to Camo, and then we can come around here. So I've got a light over here. And I know this like looks like it's like a beautiful like empty studio, but it's an office.
That's awesome.
And here's the setup. So this laptop is a 2020 MacBook hooked up to a CalDigit T3. I think that's what it's called. And then the two cameras. This one is on a cam link, but this one is just USB. This is a 80D. This was my old production camera that I would use when I would go shoot behind the scenes for events. I would do like sizzle reels for events. And it's that same kind of thing where you want to get something that looks professional, even though if the client wasn't there, I did it on my phone.
Gotcha.
And yeah, we got a little Stream Deck over there. This is my Logitech Party over here. This is for the big computer. And then I jump between the two of them. And then sometimes if I need to, I can put, I have a teleprompter that I can put on here. Okay. So if I need to really be specific about what I'm saying and I need to like hit the talking points exactly, then I can put it on the teleprompter. But for the most part, I don't do that.
What type of lights are you using there? I see you have a ring light with the two LED
so
lights.
Many. Okay, let's see. Oh, we lost our camo. Okay, she's coming back. So this is a newer light on a desk mount. This one is also on a desk mount, and she is, what is she called? The 288A. Newer 288A. They're like super thin, super like, you know, not hot. Like I really love them so very much. And then if I'm feeling real saucy, I have a little light that I sometimes put on my face, but we didn't need it today.
Got you.
That's and then the microphone is on an arm because I do edit here. I sit here, like this is my working desk too.
Right.
So this is on an arm so it can go away when I don't need it.
That's awesome. Brant, you got any questions about that setup?
I know she's got some great stuff there. I love the Logitech keyboard. I have the same keyboard. I love that.
It's so Mac, good
keyboard. I got it for my iPad.
Listen,
they're
that
great.
thing, it was so good. It got 2 claps. I get it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes. So, okay. So the thing about this, can I just like geek about this a little bit?
Yeah.
So it has these buttons here that let you connect it to a couple devices.
Right.
So when we were doing, was it Leap into Live presentations last summer, I actually hooked up, like I have the computer one is like my computer where I can watch everything. So I'm watching the live stream on one computer, so it's not taking up any information from the live streaming computer. And then the second one is connected to like the second computer. So if I need to type something in there, I need to make an adjustment, I can do that. And then the third one was connected to my phone, which is sitting in the camera as a teleprompter. And I can press the space bar to like make it go forward, make it go backwards. Like it's like amazing. And like, it's like a Stream Deck ish kind of thing, but like Stream Deck, you're switching between cameras, and the keyboard, you're switching between computers. Like, is awesome.
I really
so
like
that.
Go ahead,
that
Brant.
one tool is one tool is make her that much more productive because it is hard. If you see my head down when Strick is talking, I'm trying to communicate chat with everybody in the other channels. So there's a lot of stuff you have to do when you're streaming live, and something just like that keyboard can really help that, right? And then just being thoughtful about your work environment. You know, most of us are, I'm lucky. This is a shed behind my house, the stream shed. It's just for this, so I don't have to adjust anything. But if, like Marielou, she's working during the day at the same desk, so she can mobile and move things, you know, and do a show, do your Zoom calls, do all that kind of good stuff and still get work done. So, you know, a lot of thought has to go into where you're producing and what you're doing. And, you know, that's what technology should do. You shouldn't get these microphones and cameras just because, you know, someone else has it. You should get them because they fit in your workflow and makes it easier for you.
Definitely good stuff. I want to say this, Gary, over in the Ecamm community, thank you for chiming in, and thanks for watching tonight. Guys, this has been phenomenal. Now, I want to say this to my man Eliseo Way. Like, we really did get started together. Tell me what's coming up for you and your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so man, that's been like such a soul seeking type process for me because, as you know, to really get any traction on YouTube, you have to niche down, right? So I've never really niched down, and I never really even like wanted to niche down, to be honest with you. But now it's like, okay, I have to figure out like what exactly. I know my brand is called Content Ecosystem, but then what does that actually mean, right? And who is my target audience? So that's kind of what I'm going through right now. I kind of have it. I kind of have it like minimized down to a few different things. You know how like most brands have like their 3 bullet tagline. So I have like 6 of them. I'm trying to like get them down to 3. And then when I figured out, I know one of them is monetization, right? I know that for a fact. Like I'm passionate about helping people learn how to productize their intellectual property, right? Like that's huge for me. Like God gave us all intellect that he said, I'm a believer, and the Bible says, your gifts will make room for you, right? So I'm big on whatever like you can productize that and you can make a living off of that. So I'm passionate on that. So I know that is a part of my brand, but then the rest of it is what I got to figure out. Because like content monetization isn't necessarily like the fastest, like sought out niche per se. I mean, it is, but I think I want to mix some stuff in there, like to do with culture and society and social stuff like that kind of help me, because I'm passionate about that type of stuff too. So that's where like the inner war comes in at. But just to know that I'm going to get it all organized and get it all together, and I'll be coming out with some content real soon. I'm going through currently going through some courses and things like that. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. The next conference you're going to, where are you going to be live at?
Man, I have. So I'm my sister, I've kind of helped make her an influencer in the tech space. So I'm always at conferences with her. So I'll be in Atlanta like next week at some conference. And after that, I'll be back in Vegas and I think Chicago. We have to go to Chicago. So she's a tech consultant for Fortune 500 companies. She goes in there and she helps them figure out their call center tech, their customer service, their customer experience, their employee experience. That's her whole thing, right? So I follow her around and do all her content for her. And I've been blessed. So as far as that goes, I'm always everywhere, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Doc chimed in. He said he just did a whole video of monetization yesterday on the channel. So definitely
my guy
he wants us to check it out. Big shouts out
Doc
to you,
Rock.
Doc Rock. And Marielou Mandel, man, you are so awesome in what you're doing in the creations of content on your Instagram and in TikTok. How do you want people to connect with you on what you're doing?
Depends on what you like to consume as far as content. But if you want to learn more about being a content creator, the YouTube channel is strictly content about making content, whether it's like a strict tutorial or gear reviews or overviews or just talking about life as a content creator. I also get into some planning and idea resources and things like that. So if that's what you're looking for, then the YouTube channel. But if you just want to have fun and hang out, then TikTok and Instagram is where it's at. Instagram, I do give a lot more view into my everyday life with stories. And then TikTok's the one that I'm growing now. So I'm really trying to just lean in and understand TikTok culture. So if you want to like get on the ground floor in TikTok, then come hang out over there.
That's what's up. I will say this. I saw the video that you did. We talked about the shirt, throwing the shirt and you become the shirt. I wanted to do that, and I was thinking about how that can possibly happen, and my head started to hurt. I said, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not that good.
I'll get you a tutorial for that one. I feel like that one I didn't make a tutorial at the time, but I will make that for you specifically.
I got it. I appreciate you doing that, because when you see it, like I'm going to tag you. When I do the video, I'll tag you to it so I can, say this is where I got this from. I have seen them done, and there's some really, really great creators out there. But when you see a content creator that like I know her, I thought that was cool and very creative at the same time. And
I'm glad you like it.
Thank you so very much. Listen, please, the people you see here today, they're content creators that are doing some major things in this space. Connect with them. Go in those DMs. If you have to ask questions, they got tons of how-tos. Eliseo talks about being consistent or having a consistent or niching down. Go through his whole page. Like, this dude has put his life on YouTube. from fasting to videos. Like he is
I know,
a
right?
music artist and
Exactly.
very good at it. I'm trying to figure out why are you not making music videos?
I gotta. That's the thing. Like that's the struggle. Like I can go back to my channel making music videos, which I'm popular for. I still get paid to book shows and perform. But then now, who wants to see that? So now, do I make another channel? So that's why I'm like kind of going through
Who
it. So
wants to see that? Like you were at what
I'm talking about
were
it-
you just at, and you were performing at the conference. Like you were a content
Right.
creator performing music
Yeah.
at a what conference was that again?
So it was a video marketing world. But this is the thing. I get what you're saying, but this is the thing. So now I just have to make sure that intent is there for my subscribers, right? That they know, hey, you're coming for content creation, and hey, by the way, I'm a dope artist too. So if you like my music, you might want to stick around. So that's why I got to marry those two somehow.
Got you.
Let me tell you how to. Can I tell you how to do this? Really easy. This is my
Okay,
free
go ahead.
course. I won't charge you a coaching fee.
He said
or
this is my
nothing,
free
all right?
course.
No, this is me to you. You're very talented. The videos, the rap videos, that's pure dopeness. I mean, that is amazing. I too
Appreciate it.
struggle with this all the damn time. I started 3 channels. I did the graphics, I did the logos, I did the opening sequences, I edited all this crap. I did all that for 3 different channels since the new year. Deleted them all. I said, screw it. I want to be Brant Collins, right?
Yes.
I love craft beer. I was in the military. I love my Oculus Rift or my Oculus Quest 2. I've
Yes.
always been an innovator. I love all these things. A filmmaker. I've done all these things, right? And I think that when I really look for me, I'm looking at somebody like, who cares what Gary Vaynerchuk does? We all watch Gary Vaynerchuk, right? So
Yes.
be you, and just when you tell the brand story of you, add in there that, oh yeah, I'm also a this, I'm also a that. I don't think, and I could be totally wrong, I have 52 subscribers, so this is my plug to go subscribe to my channel. But I just not a big buy down of the niche down because
Yeah.
you can't be the next iJustine. You can't be the next Scott Cannell. You can't be the next who's the photographer dude that I watch all the time.
And it's a
Peter
thin line
McKinnon,
too.
right?
It's a thin
you.
line too between and you gotta find fulfillment too in what you do, right?
Yes.
So like one of my YouTube coaches, because I talk to him all the time, Brian G. Johnson, he told me, he was like, you could do all that stuff. You just have to be okay with knowing that you're gonna grow slower, and that's okay, right? That's perfectly okay. Do everything you want to do and just do it in fulfillment and purpose, and just know that, hey, like you just said, you may not grow as fast as iJustine and all these other guys, but at least you'll be fulfilled in it. At least you can go to sleep at night, right?
It takes too much energy to keep 5 channels. It takes too much energy to be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It takes too much energy to do those things. So I would say double down on yourself, double down on your brand, but brand
Double
yourself.
down on yourself. Man,
But double down.
There you go.
But explain
double
to
down on
people,
yourself.
right?
Yeah.
If you want to be, me and Marielou were talking about that, right? You don't want to be a course slinger. I don't want to be, I don't want to
Man.
be, sign up for my 5 free tips. I mean,
Man.
that's all good and well. I'm glad it works for people. But like you said, it wouldn't be fulfilling for me. It's not fulfilling for you. Do your music, and you can be the dopest content creator. But oh, by the way, I make rap videos that are freaking awesome. And so you don't have to separate. I don't think you have to separate. I think people follow. Here's what I tell my professional clients when I'm doing branding. You buy things from people, not brands, right? If you're Nike or something, that's different. But when you go locally, you're buying from people you like. And if people like Eliseo Way, they're going to watch all this other stuff too. I'm just saying. Marielou, she does the cool videos on TikTok. I consume those more than I do the YouTube stuff. But that gets me to know who she is and click on and subscribe and care for what she does. So, Strick, he has Strick City. We had the stream show. He has a wife that's a Billboard award winning, jazz singer, and I follow him for that. So I think that this is a whole buttload of crap where everybody is like, you got to make 15 channels and you got to do this, you got to do that, you know, do you.
You are the niche. You are the niche.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love that.
Hey,
love
somebody
that.
make that
That's a
t-shirt.
shirt right there. You are the niche. Oh my God.
That's
Before
the
y'all leave, I
t-shirt.
do got to get y'all. I got to get y'all feedback on a new angle that I put together. I want to know if it's basura
what you
or if
got.
it's Rico.
See
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
got.
If it's let me know if it's trash. Let me know, man. Get that garbage out of here. But so yeah, shout out to Ecamm, man. So let me go to this angle real quick. Now this is funny. I bought this freaking crap right here. You see that crap? $600. $600. I don't even use it. You know why? Because this with Ecamm,
I love that.
it's just as powerful. So this is, you could just press that, you know. Yeah, well, I'm not in that window, but you could press 3, which is my third camera, and that's that camera right there, you know. And that's what I bought the ATEM for. So let me know if this is basura.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you.
Mic
what
check.
the
Can y'all hear me? Mic check.
Yep.
You can hear me? We live?
Yep.
Yeah, we live,
We're
bro.
live.
How does it look? Is
Looks
it
great.
is it garbage?
I like
Let me know if
that.
it's
Just
garbage.
might need another light
like
back
it.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
another light.
Okay. So what? Where? Like on? I'm thinking on this side, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
A field
Yeah,
light on
yeah,
that
yeah.
side.
Gotcha. Yeah,
like
I don't
that.
have a light on this side, so I'm thinking because I have a dope setup, but nobody can see my logo, so I just want people to see the logo.
And I'm missing it because of the way I have you set up here. We're missing
Framed,
the
yeah.
logo
Oh.
on this side.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I ain't even look.
That's-
Oh, yeah.
that's
See, I got it. See, I'm
that's
glad
on
you said
us.
that though, so I can prepare for that. Like in future stuff, I can prepare to have that a little bit better. But y'all think it's all right? What y'all
Yeah, I
think?
think that's cool.
I think it's good.
Cool.
And let me tell you something about the ATEM. And I've wanted to buy one for a long time. And a lot of people, they don't. It frustrates me. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in my high horse here.
He's showing
about
out
production.
Brant with the wireless keyboard. That's a great idea, and we've talked about this last year, Eliseo. That's really cool, Brant. I'm going back to you, sir.
Yeah, the ATEM, if you're going to do a remote production with the 3 or 4 cameras, you're going to do a church, a wedding, a conference, you know, we call it industrial video, right? You're going to do that, schlep all the gear in, you know, get paid $2,500, $3,000 to run a show. You need something like the ATEM. It's going to be way easier to do that. You get the ISO recordings. You can make it covers you in case you make a mistake. If you have to edit it the last, I've done that before. Forgot to hit record somewhere. Things happen. That's what the ATEM's for. So you could walk in with an ATEM and 3 cameras and make a crap ton of money if that's what you want to do. And so a lot of times I just get frustrated as people don't understand what production they're getting geared up for, right? Because I'm not going to, you know, the FX3.
I think for me,
that
the difference maker for me was Ecamm though, right? That was the difference maker because you could plug 100 cameras up to the computer and just switch them, like on the number pad. I didn't know that. If I knew that, I wouldn't have got the ATEM. So if
It'd be
for
different,
everybody
though,
out
if you
there,
were-
go ahead.
if you were going to drag into like I used to do a ton of video in conferences, right? So you're going into some hotel ballroom somewhere, you're trying to set up everything. That's kind of what the ATEM is meant for. And that would be
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
for
yeah.
that. You know,
Yeah,
but
facts.
yes, if you're going to use that and add it to Ecamm, you just negated itself because it can't do all the cool effects and all the cool, you know,
Facts.
scenes and all that stuff.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, I just wanted to debut that angle live on the stream show for the first time
Hey, I
ever.
appreciate
So y'all, you know,
Thank you for
and
sharing it with all of us.
my feedback was get better lighting, so I will. I'm gonna get better lighting
Yes.
on that angle. It's weird when you do lighting. So you have front facing lighting right here, right? But then when you turn around, this becomes your back facing lighting. So now you have to get front facing lighting for the other one. But the trick is not having both of the back and front facing lighting competing with each other.
So that's another button on your pad to add the light.
Yeah,
To
you
turn,
need to
like,
tie the
to turn
cameras.
that light on.
If you
So
can
when you-
tie and turn- yeah, if you can tie the
multi-button
light,
switch.
tie the
So
lights
basically,
to the switch. I don't know if anybody's doing that.
oh, hold on now. So when I
pretty
switch
genius.
cameras,
Yeah.
yeah. So switch cameras, the lighting that I switch to turns on and the other ones turn off. You're
Yes.
saying?
Well, you may not have to turn the other ones off, but because that shot needs more light. When you go to that shot, just make sure that field light is also added in that switch.
On that
Yeah,
switch, can you do what?
Multi-
Oh, with the
I don't
Stream
know.
Deck you can. Yeah, with the Stream Deck you can. Yeah, because you can turn on the lights on. You have to have a
It's a
stream.
what's that called? A multi-switching option or something like that?
I don't know, but we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it offline. But this is a good idea. I'm loving what I'm hearing.
I mean, there's so many options with what we do, and I think the whole thought behind what you're doing is great. And I think Jody just chimed in. The Elgato light has a switch that you can add to it. I know you don't have those, but I think if you get like one of those Amazon plugs, that you may be able to program it that way.
The easy, the legit easy way is just to get me the Elgato key light as a field light right there, and then when I hit the switch on that button, it just turns on and turn off as I need it. So I think that's probably the rock. What am I talking about?
That's
the way,
right way,
the
to
path.
Go.
Yeah, all that.
This is the way.
That's an expensive field light, but I get it. It will work. It will work.
Doc
Like
Rock
I said,
said it's multi-action. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's good. I think we should. I don't know if Doc or somebody or you guys have covered streaming in an automated way like that, like an automated like this, the multicam and like, okay, well, it's gonna. I've never. I'm sure it's out there, but I've never seen somebody switch camera angles, and when they switch the camera angle, those lights come on for that camera angle.
Come on,
right?
man. Only
Switch the
person
camera
doing
angle.
stuff
These
like
lights
that
come.
It's Eliseo way. Like you need to get connected with him. Like he'll show you all of that. Like who else is thinking about that, Eliseo? Man, that's great stuff. To be able to change camera angles and you need
Keith
a
Pelzer
light that's coming. I love it.
Yeah.
Keith Pelzer might be, because he probably hits a button and like the track comes on and the lights dim down and the
I know,
14
right?
Well, he has
come
a
on.
button for his whole studio to be on a carousel. Like the studio just turns around. Like that's Keith though. Shouts out to Keith Pelzer. Listen, I know I've kept y'all way longer than we said. This has been really, really fun. We gotta get my sister here, Marielou. She's gotta get some rest. So thank you so very much for being on. I need you to create a new video this week so I can be like this big fanboy for you on this side. Okay?
I will love to. I cannot wait to make a tutorial for you.
That's what I'm talking about. And my man Eliseo Wade, I gotta be on your side. Like it's time for us to collab on something as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring creators on the come up back. I'm gonna bring it back, and I already got what's his name?
Go ahead and drop it. Go ahead and drop it.
Yeah. All right. I'll just say black content creator, probably one of the biggest black content creators. Who comes to mind? Because I'm having a brain fart right now.
Eliseo Wade?
Roberto, you got Roberto coming?
Roberto Blake?
Roberto, yeah.
Roberto.
Yeah. See, you got the first guy. As soon as I was black, him. He's coming on the show, so he's already agreed to it. I'm just because my schedule is crazy. I'm trying to, I might have to go to pre-recorded. I hate to do it, bro, but I'm so here and there. It'd be easier just to pre-record the interview. You know what I'm saying? Pre-record them, schedule them and restream, and just jump in the chat with everybody and have a good time. All y'all think is that cheating? Is that cheating?
That's
What
the
you
thing,
think?
Do
brother.
it. If
That's
it
the
gets
thing.
you to produce and gets the videos out, then do it.
Okay, cool. I felt like I was cheating doing that, but if he's like, man, his schedules don't match up, let's just pre-record it and then schedule it out, and boom,
Hey, Marielou has a video
Heather.
that's got 4.2 million views. So whatever she say, I say just do it.
That's right.
Twerk on the
I
counter.
want to give Eliseo one more tip. Ready, Eliseo?
Okay. Yeah.
Just breathe, brother. You got it. Just slow down.
Woosah.
You got it. Just make that woosah. Make that checklist, right? Boom, boom, boom. Stick to that list. I'm like
Appreciate
you, man. I've got my brain fire sometimes faster than I can keep up with. So lists.
Yeah. Doc Ross said, I thought you were about to say me. Man, you number two. I thought I had you on the show already, though, Doc, right? Hey, I had Doc on the show.
Or you would have been number one, Doc.
And my man Johnny is saying if you need an assistant, he's in Orlando. He can hit you up as well. Hey, guys, I promise you, we will go. Marielou, we will go and go and go. We have done a 5-hour video before. We're not doing that tonight because we will do it. So thank you, Eliseo Wade. Thank you, Marielou Mando, for coming onto the show. Guys, if you're watching this in replay, please put your comments in as well. We would love to see them, and we'll respond to you as well. Brant Collins. Wow, sir, is all I can say.
That's a lot tonight. A lot of traffic tonight. Sorry if I was a little spaced out. I'm trying to read all the comments and chat and, ask people to use our affiliate codes or buy us a coffee. So I'm we talked about this the other day. I'm trying to do a better job of asking, and doing my part.
So I think you've done a great job today. This has been another phenomenal show. Next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have tons of guests coming to our show, and I'm so excited about it. This week, you will see a list of guests that are coming. And we're going to do it up like it's conference style so everybody could be on like one page and see it. So shouts out to everybody that's watching. Shouts out to you, Doc Rock, for coming through. Rich Graham, Johnny, Mr. Chambers, I see you. Man, and our guests today were phenomenal. I really did have like a big fanboy moment for Marielou Mandel, and Eliseo Way is my guy. So it was great to have them on the show. Brant, we got some work to do this week, man. We got to start this all over again.
I've got mine figured out. I'm going to do a challenge TikTok video. I'm going to do the shirt type video. And I'm going to challenge you to do it.
The tight shirt video?
So, yeah, tight shirt. No, the shirt. What are you talking about? When you jump in, jump out.
I like that. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to use a Razorback jersey, and you're gonna have to use the Auburn jersey because I think that game's coming up this week, right?
Well,
Auburn
I'm sorry to hear that
Razorbacks.
for you.
Oh, you're going down. Going down.
I know it. That's going to be fun. We got to work on this together. So I'll figure out how to do it. I'm going to watch Marielou Mandel do it again, and I'll come up with the shirt thing because I think it's a cool idea. Hey, guys.
I think it's a good idea, and I do watch a lot of her TikToks, and one of the things I want everybody, what she said is something I've been trying to do more of is just experiment, try different content, post a bunch of stuff, and see what gets attention because I have a coworker. She's in our writing department. She's a chef. She painted her microwave the silver trim gold because she wanted to match her kitchen. She had 1 million views, and she doesn't know why. So you just don't know. You don't know what's going to take off. Yep, you don't know.
So everybody that's watching today, we've got a lot of information for you. Once we stop this live, you're able to go back and watch it, replay. There was a lot of nuggets here and a lot of help. And our job on the stream show as the Stream Guys is to help you succeed. And we hope that you watch this, got some nuggets, and will succeed as a content creator. Thank you guys, and have a great night.
We'll